So, go with the stream on E. Let's go ahead and save that real quick. Let's back out of all of this. Settings. We don't need music right now. There we go. Okay, so let me go ahead again, and this, it fucking did it again. Jesus Christ, I don't know why it's doing that. So, as you guys see, see, I don't know why it's doing that. This livery editor is so janky. So now I'm going to have to cover this up. So I made another attempt last night at making a livery on this game. And as you guys can probably tell, this livery editor is janky as hell. So I'm going to try to make it the best way I can, because it seems like every time you try to save it, or if you guys try to, it just doesn't work. The liveries do all this weird crap. All the pieces. I don't know why. When I tried making this last night, it did the same shit. So now I have to do the best that I can to do a patch job for all of these little bits and pieces that don't like go away. It stays when you save the car, but when you come back in to actually edit the livery again, it does all this weird shit again. So I have to come around on. It happens on this side too. Like, this thing is so janky. And on top of that, it don't have a very good mirroring. I don't have a good mirroring at all. And when you color all these bits and pieces, they don't blend in with the car very well. So after you paint the car, you have to add a piece, like that's the green squares I've been using. You have to add a layer to the car, because when you do the masking, like if you take, like what I just did, a square or a circle or something like that, you make it the same color as the car body to make an illusion of a masking, like a Need for Speed Unbound that has that new that has the new masking where you can just pop it on and it disappears, but it keeps the shape and all that sort of stuff. But this game don't have it, and so you have to add a layer to the car just to, be able to do that, because when it goes into the same color as the car body, you move around the car and you can see all the pieces. Like, it don't You know, it just doesn't look right. So you have to compromise for that, make something to actually compromise. And so you have to add a layer just just to, you know, make it fully disappear. Because if I do that and then I'll go around in the light and everything, it will show it, but you can already see it if you look just past the front of the door right there. You can see where the uh, color's lighter and everything, but when you come here, you don't see it at all. So that's a weird lighting bug in the game. This the livery editor is it's very janky, I'd say the least. Um, but there is some stuff that is pretty cool in there. But the way you make all of these is just awkward. It's just weird. Um, I try to I try to make an attempt at this um, last night, and then I found out that I ended up, you know, saving it and then coming back to it, and then I got all these pieces that just kind of popped up onto it that don't need to be there. And so, and now I can't save it. I can't go back out and save it because if I do, I go back into the livery editor, it will just poof right back onto the car, and I don't want it to do that. So that's been kind of a headache as of recently. Um, this is no way near the level of for speed. Um, Need for Speed has a lot more, you know, bits and pieces that kind of make it easier for you to make liveries. Because if I put on a livery on the side of the car, it it goes all over across the car. You can't pick pieces like you can in Need for Speed, which is kind of it's um it's kind of a headache to actually be able to do most of this. But you have a lot of, you know, sponsor stickers and everything like that, but um they're not, you know, actual licensed brands, which is, you know, you can tell this is Recaro, this is Momo, um, G Ready, Nismo, all kinds of sort of one. Noise Bomb right here. Um, let's see what else. You got one for Sea West. This one's for, I think this was supposed to be uh, uh, APR, probably. I'm not entirely sure. And then you got some of these other ones. Um, you got CRX, I think that's CW West or some shit. Cosmetics, I think this one is actually a license. I'm not sure. Um, let's see. You got Hooligan, or this is supposed to be Hoonigan. Uh, Illest. Let's see, I'm not sure about Liquid Gold. I'm sure there's one for it. This is supposed to be Alpine. Mobile, or not Mobile one right here. Um, OG, I think that might be, or GO or some shit. It's like an oil brand. Let's see. Red Rock, I'm not sure about any of these. Uh, I think this one's supposed to be Celine or some. Yeah, I think Celine, a Mustang brand. Um, and without bros even knowing, they, you know, just kind of stuck one of the official monster scratches. So you can just stick those three in a row, and boom, you got a monster logo. And they don't even have to worry about all of that licensing bullshit. You got DRS, HKS, let's see, Engine, Falcon, Let's see. Liberty Walk. Liberator. Raise. Nitro. Origin. Yeah. This is supposed to be Njiku Racing, I think. Original fake. Tires. I think this is supposed to be like a. I'm not sure. I think this is supposed to be like Toyota or some shit. Veilside. Got all those. Let's see what else. You have to get to coming into here just to look at most of these. You got Nissan. I'm not sure about Gold Stage. Official CarX. Made in Japan. I don't know most of these. You got, of course, also engine. I'm not sure about most of these either. This one is supposed to be Sparko. Sparko, I think. You got CX, I think that's supposed to be like CW or some shit. Let's see what else. Tire grip enemy. This is supposed to be like NOS. I don't know why it's like a 705 or some shit, but yeah, it's supposed to be NOS. V-Spec. GTGR for Grip Runner. If you guys are an OG Need for Speed fan, you guys would know. Let's see what else. Fastback. I think this is supposed to be, or Fire Baby. I think this is supposed to be Firestone. And that's about it for that category. And then these are all the official, some of the official stuff. Performance. King of JDM. The Pro Street crown. You guys would know. CarX team. Yeah, some of these are just like CarX, and then you have carbon fiber right here that you can stick on your hood. But you don't have a lot of pieces, or you don't have separate pieces, so everything doesn't fit all that well. You have to do one thing and then you have to cover it with another thing. It's just okay. So I think we're done with that. So the thing that I'm doing now, see, there's already a little piece. The thing I'm doing now is all the sponsors. Now, this is just like a mashup of different things. If I actually wanted to take the time to make it a lot more cleaner, I would, but the mirroring thing is, it just doesn't work. You can't select sides, so if you mirror this, it will just go on backwards, and you can't select it and reshape it and everything like that. So it's it's actually a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. So you have to come over here and hope to God you find all of the sponsor or all of the pieces again, all the stuff, and stick it on. Let's see. If I'm not mistaken, it was JR, I think. Yeah, this is the whole thing about it, is that you have to do one side at a time, and it sucks. Now, a lot of the... Well, that's not... I'm going to use that for the front. That's a CX. So, a lot of the pieces are for, like, the main pieces for, like, the main livery and everything. Kind of, you know, they get mirrored pretty accurately. But it's when you get all of these, when you try to actually mirror them onto the other side, and they just kind of, they don't, they go backwards and everything, and you can't rearrange them and everything. It's just, it's a pain in the ass. Last night when I made this attempt, it took me damn near 2 hours to actually do this. And then all of a sudden I had that weird shit, you know, come onto the car, and it was just to the point where it was like almost like unfixable. So I just deleted the whole thing. And mind you, I did do it. See, now I can't find it. Jesus Christ. And mind you, I did do this on a different person's livery because they had the Modern Image logo done actually pretty good, and I didn't want to lose it. But the person who made the livery made it in a weird way, the way he did it, which I still don't know how he was able to do it. And now I can't find all these pieces. Jesus. Oh, this suck. And again, you can't mirror them and back onto the other side. I probably already passed it. I just don't know if I did. Let's see. Well, since we have it here, we're just gonna go ahead and I'll actually show you this whole thing. So if you go down, it makes a double like that. So without it going like that, you have to fit it kind of like this. Just for it to fit. But you can already tell the smaller it goes, the more janky it becomes. Oh shit. Oops. Wait. Damn it. So I don't think Drift Devils. Oh, is it here? Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go down on these just to make sure it's not in one of these. Because I did just kind of go through all of these just to see what was in here. Yeah, these are just all of that sort of crap. Just don't have nothing either. Art. K and D, this is supposed to be K and N. Oh, this sucks. I don't know. It'll pop up. too. Should have used some of these too. That probably would have made it a lot more easier instead of the crap I did. And not this one. See, I could take some of the like all white, not these Thrustmasters, um, Driftmaster, Codemasters. Let's see. Yeah, it should be. Oh, yeah. See, told you they'll pop up at some point. So you could. The thing about well, you can still be able to, kind of scale them to the way you want. As I said, you can take some of the more cleaner, pieces and actually make it kind of clean, a lot more cleaner than that. I just kind of threw all of these on and called it a day. But if you really wanted to, you could go and get some of the more cleaner wording and make this a little more cleaner. But at the moment, I don't really have much of a patience for that. At least not in this one. I'll probably do it in with Need for Speed, but this one is I'm more interested, or I'm more inclined to actually get this finished before something happens and I ruin the livery again. So VTS. And before you add a new piece, you do have to go on to the other side or it's going to do some weird shit. So now we have to find VTS. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably JR category. CBW probably. Toyo tires right here. See, this is the son of a bitch. Here we go again. But I think it might be here actually. I think. Let's see. VTS. It's probably at the bottom of this one. Probably. So you're taking like maybe this one and this one and refitting them to actually, make it a little more cleaner. Well, like I was saying, with this right here, with this livery editor, I really do not have the patience for that. But I will kind of, resize them so it doesn't look too sloppy. But at this point, I'm just kind of throwing all of these on. Okay, faster. That will be the fucking. I still have to do the hood. I still have to do up above. But once this is done, it's going to be a one and done. Because if I go back into it, it's just gonna, like I said, it's just gonna make all those weird patches. I don't want that to happen again, because I'm not doing another patch job. So the faster is on the edge, I believe. I think that might be right there. Okay, we got faster. And then motorsport. You guys were interested, or if you guys were interested, Brian Z clips on specifically the side sponsors are exactly 7 of them. I know it's in this kind of, or in this row right here, in this column. So you have to kind of take it. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got the adrenaline, which is also going to be going on the other side too. So that should be in. It's on the edge here, so I think the GR is. I've been looking at so much of this crap, it's just like crazy. Missile. It should be. Has to be in. Oh no, it's in the dirt, Douglas. Drift Devils. And the last one is, I already know the last one. I just have to remember which one it's in. It would be a CX. This one I did kind of force it down so we can figure it out. Okay. And now we still need the mouse. That should be the CBW actually. It should be. There we go. And then we have to go on this side. Let's see, we got CX on there. More better than the last one I put on there. So that should be it, I think. Okay. See, this looks like it's supposed to be APR, but a lot of these have, this outlining on there. Could have just used OG, but I used that for the axis on the rear. It should be. In one of these areas. Again, it's already kind of janky just to get these on here. Okay, so now we have to come onto this side. I'll do the OG on the back right there in a little bit. The next one we're doing is going to be Toyo tires. So I think it's this one. And just go ahead and add, put it down, put it on top right here. We're going to do that with gray. And then we're going to make another one. Well, we're going to be doing adrenaline, so here. We're going to throw this right here. We're going to rotate it just a little bit. Throw it up right here. Oh, nope. Just going to red. And now we're going to come right here. We're going to add this right here. We're going to flip it right here. We're going to rotate it, and then we're going to scale it. Not too much, it's just going to look all weird. There. And we're going to come up with it just a bit. Just like that. We'll go back, and then we're going to rotate just a little bit more. Because I don't want it, actually, let's do, I don't want it suppressing this. Let's go right there. Right there. We're going to color it just like that. There's that. And then we're going to come to the front. Oh god, that's right. Damn it. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. I'm not fully... I know that we have all these sort of pieces and everything, but I don't really feel up to actually making the whole thing. So, we're just going to do this. We're going to take one that has pretty decent. We're going to do that. I'm going to scale it down so it's a little bit more easier for us. We're going to scale it. This, that. I have to see. I have to see which way is better to actually do this. But sometimes I just kind of look at it. So, we're not going to try to make this like too out of our hair. Because it's just like, so, yeah, this is pretty decent right here, actually. We're going to do that a little bit and then rotate it just a little bit more. There we go. Let's just take a look at it. Yeah, that looks good. Just like that. And then we're going to see, now this is where it's going to get interesting because there's actually a sort of couple of pieces that I could use that could make this a little bit more easier for myself. So, like I said, I'm not trying to do a whole lot. I don't want to do that because it's not, well, yeah, we can do this piece, I guess, then. We can rotate it just like this. Go down with it. So if you guys know, Modern Image makes them pretty decent. So we can do this. And I am looking at a preference. I am looking at a preference. Do this a little bit. There we go. Rotate it just a tiny bit.
Show up where? In Tahoe, truck no deal. That picked you up, right?
I'm going to do some. Let's do that. So I just don't want to make it too much of the, looking the same. But it probably is. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, you're back. So, again, I am looking at reference photos and all of that sort of stuff. So, not that way, this way. Make this at least. There we go. Just to, kind of mix it up a little bit, I guess. Just gonna add different pieces and everything, so it just doesn't look all that same. Yeah, this is a good way to start it right here. Scale it down.
Like the overnight flowers. You have to tell the customers that I don't use the glue.
There.
I'll probably go with this time.
There we go.
Well, they trust me to drive anything.
I've made this a lot. Yeah. Yeah, so I've made this livery a lot, and so I kind of know how the actual thing's supposed to work. Like that, right there. Just kind of mesh it together. Just like that. Mesh it together just like that. We're going to not scale it. We're going to scale it this way a little bit, just so it's a little bit more chunky. Oh, I should have just kept it, but we're going to do the same thing with this. Now I have to figure out which way I want it for this way. Just go ahead and do this. Okay, hold on. This looks like it's good. Okay, sorry about that. I keep getting um, sidetracked. Yeah, I guess that's the name of it. We're gonna make this. Oh, that's a little bit too chunky. Yeah. Just hold on a second. Okay, I keep getting preoccupied here, but right there. So of course, this is not like the most accurate thing in the world. There we go. So we're gonna go ahead and I don't want to have to keep using this one, but if I have to, I will. So I'm just gonna rotate it just a small bit. So we're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna do this just a little bit more like that. And then we're going to scale it just like that. Just like that. That's probably the best I can do. And then we're going to do the same thing again. I'm going to come down. We're going to do it this way. Yeah, okay. Yep, this way. So we're gonna. Oh, no, I don't want to do that just yet. Do that. Now we're going to scale it to size the way we want it, like that. And we're going to scale it this way again, make it a little bit more hunky. We're going to come up just like that.
Somebody needs help moving on Friday.
And then we're going to use the same thing. We're going to use the same thing. We're going to flip it, rotate it. Because if you guys notice that this does have a little bit of an arc to it, that's what I'm kind of basing this off of. So we're just going to, like that, we're going to skinny it up a little bit more. We're going to throw it right here. And so, of course, we're going to scale it this way just a bit. Of course, you're not going to be able to see it, but I actually hold on. Yeah, we just might do that. We might just do that. Keep it a little bit more. But we're just going to keep it like that for now. So, yeah, it's decent, but...
What are you doing, mama boy?
Make the actual modern image pretty damn well, but again, I just don't want to keep throwing this. I just don't want to keep dragging this on here. Okay, so now we're gonna remember where that Fox one was, because that's the one I actually used last time. I think it's in this one, or I think it might be in CX actually. Because, yeah, I think it might be in this one. All the way down at the bottom, right here. So we're going to throw this. So this one I'm actually going to do a little bit of scaling for it. Because just gonna go like that. I don't want too much. And then we're gonna do this red. Then we're just gonna, oh, not that. See, this is how janky it is. There. And then we're gonna go find that one piece again. If I can find it. I think it might be a CW or CX, I think. Yeah, right here. Put that in here. Just kind of throw this underneath right here. Just like that. And here is a little version of Road Boy. Huh, or Robocar. Okay, so hop over on this side again. We're going to start with Toyo tires. I believe that's in CW. Right here. Throw this right here. Really make that gray. It's good. And then we have to do this other side again for. Oh, went way too far. Got this. You know, I think when they were doing the Eclipse, there's definitely some pieces in here that just kind of have that whole aesthetic of Brian's Eclipse if you just kind of looked at it. You can already tell, like, there's definitely some pieces that are in here that kind of have that whole this Eclipse vibe. Let's see what else. Oh, that's right. So, we gotta come here. We're gonna grab this. Come right here. And this time we're going to rotate it this way. I'm gonna make this red, stamp it, and we're gonna make it green. And then we're going to down just like that. And then now we have to find our sponsor, which I believe is in. It might be a JR or CW. Oh, I lied. It's a big OG. Can't miss it. But knowing me, yeah, I probably missed it. It's right in the middle, too. That's what's funny. We're moving through these so quick. But it's. I think it might be this one. Unless he told you what, down in the middle. red. There we go. So for the longest time, I never knew that there's the two red sponsor aftermarket stickers on the back. So we're just gonna do adrenaline. Because why not? We're gonna throw that right here. Red. And then I think we might do let's see. Yeah, we can do it, I guess. Put it down. We're gonna scale this down a little bit more. That. We're gonna rotate it just a little bit. That is janky, but still pretty decent. Okay, so now we got to do the roof, and this car is done, and I'm not touching it. Okay, so a couple pieces. I'll have to look for. I think it's in the regular thing, but of course, you're not gonna be able to do the whole thing. So you have to kind of improvise. I have to find out what part I used last time. If I remember correctly. Well, the thing is, you have to use a couple pieces. I don't remember what I used. Might be in here. What did I use? Damn, I forgot which one I used. I think it was this I used. Yeah, okay, I think this was it. So, we're going to rotate it just like that. We're going to scale it down. I'm going to do it. There we go. We're going to stamp it, and then we're going to hopefully flip it. Okay, it works. Rotate it just a bit more. Just like that. And then we're going to come in here, I believe. Yeah, I use this piece. So yeah, a couple of pieces that you have to use to get this whole aesthetic. Let's see which way. Yeah, I know this way works. So you have to rescale it for this way and this way, just like this. This is kind of like the only way you can kind of do it. Let's go back this way, stretch it out just a bit more so it fits a little bit nicer. Yeah, that's good. Right there. We're going to do that, and then we're going to flip it again, just like that. Resize it just like that. And boom. So, come in here, color it. Should have just colored it from the get-go. Okay, so here's a thing that a lot of people miss, which I need to find. Something sleek. Just kind of find something kind of sleek. Instead of using this, yeah, I guess we could do the CarX logo. Yeah, so the one thing that people kind of overlook is that right here on the movie car is actually us. Make sure it's even. Just a bit. There. So this is pretty much a finished product. So we're gonna save it, get out of here, and we're gonna post a livery. If you guys were playing the game, if you guys want to go and find it, go and get it. And here's the share code for it. So here's that. So I'm actually going to be doing a video since I got this done, but I'm actually going to be doing a video of a full build to the engine, the parts, all that sort of shit. So yeah, so this is pretty much a finished product. And this is all made. This is all made custom by me. So I made this whole thing. I just didn't string the entire livery, making the livery. But yeah, this is finished product. You guys enjoyed the car. If you guys end up finding it, it's go ahead and use it. So again, I'm gonna be making a video with this. I'm gonna end up doing a video with all the cars because I'm actually planning on building the entire Fast and the Furious car base. But yeah, this is the finished product. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm actually surprised this came out better than I thought. Came out a lot better than I actually thought. So, I think that's about it for this stream. If you guys enjoyed the stream, go ahead and give the likes and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.